Liam Rosenior is a fraud and he needs to be sacked. And if he is sacked, everything will go back to normal at this football club and everything will be A-OK. Is an opinion that a lot of people have about Chelsea right now. But should Liam Rosenior really be sacked? Is he the main issue at Chelsea or does it go deeper than that? 4 losses in a row. We got 3-0 twice in 1 week. I told man already, we shot 2 blanks in a week. You get me? It was peak, fam. Erectile dysfunction FC, fam. And brother, we got bumps. We got bumps by Everton. It was peak. Away, home, we just getting bumps flipping everywhere, bro. Up and down the country, fam. We're getting bumped up and down the country like the Shane, fam. It's peak. Liam Rosenior is under pressure because of that, because of the poor form. And it's mad how football works, innit? He came in, he was matching his work. We weren't performing the best at times, but we were getting loads of wins in and we were performing. That's a performer. We were getting results in it. And it was a thing where it's like, Liam Rosenior's coming and he's doing well. He's got however many wins in a row. His first game at the Bridge, he lost obviously to Arsenal. He lost the Arsenal tie. The first time that he came under real criticism was the Arsenal second leg. His approach. People were like, oh, why did you do that? Went on a decent run. The Palace win, the Napoli win, the Paphos win. He got us into the Champions League top 8, which was a good achievement. And in the Premier League, we were looking good. We beat Wolves on these guys. But we were beating teams that we should beat, and we hadn't really come up against the good guys. We drew against Burnley at home, which was quite peak, and then I think there was I don't even know if it was an international break. I can't even remember what it was. Wrexham was a bit of a red flag. People didn't like his starting lineup. I was a bit suspicious of whether he picked that starting lineup or whether it was influenced by people above him. But yeah, there was the Leeds game where we actually played quite well, and in that period where I was actually liking what I was seeing, I made a video more in depth on it on TikTok. On that front, I was quite happy. I was quite happy with what I was seeing. The only issues I had was off the ball. I already said it. We leave more space, empty space, than an abandoned building. We were Nasser FC, just space, fam. And Chalaban Fofana and all these guys are not the best at running back into space, and we don't defend big space as well, and we struggle. So that was the point of contention for me. I didn't really like the defensive off the ball. Even Villa, sometimes you see things and you're like, that doesn't necessarily look right. And then the first big real mistake or contentious point was PSG. And this whole idea of, I don't have a number one goalkeeper, all this hipster bollocks, hippy tappy out the back, all this, like, I like playing out the back, right? I like keepers who can play out the back. However, and I maintain what I said in my TikTok, that after PSG, that, bro, for 75 minutes, I was sat there like, yo, Jorgensen, like, he is helping us. That blunder cost you. It cost you. And, now Sanchez is just back. And it's like, Sanchez is kind of suffering maybe from confidence and rhythm and all these things when he was doing well. So it just wasn't necessary, So that was strange from Liam Rosenior. And obviously we lose 8-2. We lose to Newcastle. For me, that was slightly on him. That was just poor all round. And then Everton was bad as well. We conceded the same kind of goals, spacing behind. You keep picking Chalaban Fofana. Your treatment of Josh Achampong for me is a disgrace. You're not using him well. Sarr, you kind of pick and choose when you want to bring him in, and you bring it in low-key. It feels like just the worst time every single time. Is it just the manager's fault, though? I think it's quite obviously not. Now, he shouldn't be here. He probably shouldn't be here because we should have Enzo Maresca still as our coach, because that whole thing should have never happened. And when you sack Enzo Maresca, you shouldn't be looking for Liam Rosenior. Like, he did a good job at Strasbourg. Obviously, he's a company man and he's been promoted and they market it all this kind of way and they try to make it acceptable, but it's not acceptable. So we bring in, Daniel Finkelstein. Enrique wouldn't fit our model. He wouldn't be the right coach for us. It's not the coach and the manager. It isn't correlating to the results. Okay. So, tell me how that works then. Apparently the managers are not that important. Yes, as I said, the managers aren't important, but the directors are. We're more important than everybody else. Alright, whatever. But Rosenior is here, and I think it's negligible. I think TBL made a video on this, talking about how managers are actually kind of overrated at times, and I feel like he made a very good point. I agreed with the whole video, talking about how everyone that we will get, like the Cesks and the Felipe Luises that we'll talk about, and it's like an Iraola. These guys are all good enough, but there's no like star quality. You're not going to get a Pep Arteta. You're not going to get those guys that are like the star quality managers at the moment. So the guys that you get in are all going to be kind of learner drivers, kind of working on the job. Maresca was the same, and he still managed to do well. Um, but yeah, Rosenior, as we've talked about, there are stuff that he's done wrong, there are stuff that he's done right. I don't think he's good enough to win a Premier League, but I think he's good enough to be all right and to move the project forward. But I think we have to get to the point where we put pressure on the owners. We make them do what they need to do. We need to make them know that what they're doing is not calm. We need to focus on changing stuff on that regard, forcing people out, than the manager, because I think the manager, again, as I said, is kind of negligible at this minute. What's going on? Should he be sacked? I think honestly, you could sack him. Honestly, if everything else off the pitch was patterned, I'd be like, just sack him, because I don't think it's going to be good. Go and get someone else in, but it depends who you can get, and it depends who we're going to get. The guy's already worked with us for a couple months, and he's attacking another manager won't be a good look. The players probably won't mess with it. I don't really mess with the guy too much. He seems like a cool guy, but I don't really mess with the guy as a coach too much. But it's just like, if you sack him, who they're gonna go and get Gary O'Neill, bruv, or someone. So it's negligible at this minute and at this moment in time. Pure results, is he good enough? Probably not. Is he good enough? Probably, if you know what I mean. And yeah, you're looking at the likes of Roberto De Zerbi, Cesc Fabregas. You're looking at Felipe Luiz's. De Zerbi's a good coach. Iraola's a good coach. But as I say, there's bigger things at play at this football club, and whatever happens, the De Zerbis and the like and the Jabbies and all these guys are gonna have to cooperate, because what we do is best. The project is king. Like they're the worst, these owners and everything. But as I said, again, there's gonna be a video coming. Either this video will come out after this, or it will come out. Have been out before this. Talking about Clear Lake and how to fix Chelsea. How to fix Chelsea will come out another time, and then there'll be one video talking about how Clear Lake have ruined this club so far. So we'll discuss it then more so, then we'll go more into detail. But yeah, this ownership, man, not the best. But for a final judgment, should Liam Rosenior be sacked? Let me know what you think. Like the video, comment, subscribe. But my judgment is on pure results. We say pure results, but overall it's not been that bad. But on what we've seen so far, do I think he's good enough? No, I think we're going to have to sack him in the future anyway. But let's give him some time. Let's see what he can do. Because sacking him now, I don't think there's any use to it. I don't think it's a poor time to sack him. I think there's not many managers that you could go and get that will be willing to work with the ownership. So firstly, that should be the main priority. And let's just see if Liam Rosenior can do what he can do. And then for the summer, it looks like they're not going to sack him. I saw Matt Law report that. And let's just focus on getting these owners out and do what we need to do in that sense. But yeah, Rosenior in, Rosenior out. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Big up.